Hello, my name is H.A. Pruitt, and I'm the author of the Anthology series. And in this video, I'm going to do a book review of an anthology that is free if you buy it as a Kindle or an ebook. And so that's really exciting. But before I do the review, I want to tell you it's really important to do reviews. It helps readers decide what they're going to read next. A lot of the books I have found them because other people recommended them and were just telling people about them. That's how people find out about books, and authors can't do that for themselves. They need their readers to tell other people about their books. Readers' word carries so much more credibility than the author's, simply because an author's always going to say their book is great and wonderful. You're crazy, Eldon. What are you doing? Okay, but the book, so please, if you read a book, review a book. And the book I'm going to review today is Lights in a Dark Sky. It is available in ebook and paperback forms. If you buy it as an ebook, it is free. If you buy it as a paperback, it doesn't cost very much because the authors who wrote it, Joanna White was the main person who did it. We're not making any money off of it, and so it's free. Not free as a paperback. It's cheaper as a paperback. So Lights in a Dark Sky is an anthology by Joanna White. Okay, take him. Okay. It is an anthology that takes place in the Republic Galaxy, and that was made by Joanna White, and so it's a Republic Chronicles anthology. And this book has 5 short stories in it. One was written by Joanna, and the other authors in it, I'm one of them. Joanna said, here are my planets, here are my races, here are my magic systems, and you guys just write whatever story you want to write within my galaxy with all my rules and stuff. And so all of those things are hers, but the characters themselves, like the individual characters and the stories that happen, are original from the authors who wrote them. So it was pretty fun and cool to work together with her and doing something in her galaxy. It was fun. And so also, the genre is Christian space fantasy, not sci-fi space fantasy, not technology magic. The age range, I would say, is new adult, simply because the ages of the characters and the themes of the stories is a little more adult than YA, but I think YA could still enjoy it. And since it's an anthology, but there's not a ton of stories in it, there's only 5, I'm going to give a short summary of each and then give a positive and negative of each. So, and I'm just going to go in the order of the book, and it was in alphabetical order of the authors. So the first story is by M.J. Baker and is called Burden of the Badge. The summary is, a mother is searching for her daughter but doesn't know about a deal her family made long ago. And the positive of the story is that it has a strong theme of family caring about one another. The negative of the story is I wanted more details. There were quite a few aspects of the story that I couldn't get a clear visual because it just didn't give me enough to go off of. An example is that it said the main character had wings, but it wasn't until, until the end of the story that it said she was a fairy. And so I don't know, I thought she had eagle wings, and then I'm like, whoops, I was wrong the whole story. And so there were quite a few things that were kind of, like I said, it was hard to visualize because it just needed more details. The second story in this anthology is by me, H.A. Pruitt. I have never been second in my life alphabetically ever. Before I got married, I was a W, and now I'm a P, and so I thought that was pretty cool. But that's beside the point. Okay, so H.A. Pruitt wrote Zag, and since if I had any negatives about my story, I would have fixed them, and so it's kind of hard for me to say negatives. And so I thought it would be fun. In the description, I say a positive and a negative I've heard from other people, but I thought it'd be fun in the video to say a couple fun facts about my story. So first, the summary. A Kalli named Zag intends to raid a city with his clan, but finds something that enrages him. And so the facts are forgiveness and freedom are the themes of the story. Zag and the other like secondary main character, Kyoko, are the two main characters. Kyoko is a Felseri. I think that's how you say that. I don't know. And I drew the clothes look for the Felseri in Joanna's galaxy. Like when I was asking her like what do they wear, she's like, I haven't really made that up yet. And I was like, okay, because of the personality that she made up, I was like, here are the clothes. And she's like, we're gonna make that canon for my galaxy. So that was really cool to come up with clothes for her galaxy and have a little part of me in there. And another fun fact that I didn't write down is Kyoko was the name of one of my white guinea pigs. And that's where I got the name from. And it means like pure or white or something like that. So that's funny. It's Japanese. It's great. But guinea pigs slip into my stories sometimes. All right. So the third story is by Joshua Reed. And it's called the Thyrakin, I think. The Thyrakin Conspiracy. I can't say all the names right. So the summary is animaloids are working together to discover and bring to light the truth. The positive is that I liked the characters, that they act, and I liked that they acted realistically. They believe in and try to follow God, which is called the Father in Joanna's galaxy. Yet they struggle with frustrations and emotions just like real people. The negative was this story felt more like an excerpt plucked out of a bigger story, out of a book, rather than a short story. Sometimes I felt like I wasn't given enough information to understand the full story. It was more on the political side of Joanna's galaxy, and so it might have been politics or just kind of over my head because I don't know like everything about the galaxy. My story when I wrote it, I intentionally stayed away from politics and some of the more complex parts of her galaxy just because like my brain doesn't want to do all that. I was being a little bit lazy. And so I just like made a little bubble story. But he kind of like connected things. And so that may be why I felt like I didn't understand. It may have been my fault. But readers who just read this without studying her galaxy may feel the same way as me. So that's my maybe negative of his story. The fourth story was by Alan Stedham and it was called Sea Change. And this one was probably my favorite besides mine. It was so much fun. The summary is, so the summary of Sea Change. Gillet is left for dead, but a dolphin nurses her back to life. Gillet continues her life change, but her past threatens to catch up with her. And so my positive was this story just had like so many likable and enjoyable aspects. The characters were great fun. I really liked the characters. And it was like, there were some surprises and I liked that it was a space western. I know that when I first heard that, I was like, that's really weird, but it was really fun and I loved it so much. So there's just so many good things. And then my favorite aspect of the story was that the main message is that people can change for the better when shown mercy. And that's really great. It kind of echoed throughout the story multiple times. And that was nice. And my only negative I could possibly think of with this story was I think it was probably just an editing mishap. But like the names of Gillet and a couple other characters, they like changed partway through the story. And I think like when I talk to text my stories, it comes up with other names. And so I think that's probably what happened, something like that. But that's my only negative, that it seems like there was some weird thing with the names. And then the fifth story was by Joanna White, the one who compiled all this, the one who is like, this is her galaxy. She made up all of like the stuff, like I told you. Her story in here is called Trial by Fire. And the summary is, a Kalli and a dark elf see injustice and feel helpless against it. With the father's help, though, they see a chance to do what's right. And my positive is the overall story had high stakes, and characters that kept me wanting to find out what happened. It's a story that you gotta keep reading and you can't stop reading. My negative was this is Joanna's world and you could tell she's super excited about it and she wanted to tell you all the details, but a lot of those details like kind of distracted from the story that you wanted to read. And so, yeah, the extra details and the extra things did distract from the story. But overall, I really enjoyed all 5 of these stories. And I felt like they did show light in the dark sky. Okay, I gotta tell you this because It's funny, and nobody else may realize it ever. But I was trying to think of what to call my story, and I was like, Lights in the Dark Sky. That would be a great name. And then Joanna was like, what should we call the anthology? And I was like, I'm going to put my title out there, and I don't think she'll take it, but whatever, Lights in the Dark Sky. And then she took it for the anthology, so I couldn't use it for my story, so I was just like, let's call it Zag, the main character. So this was kind of my idea, Lights in the Dark Sky. And it goes along with mine. Yeah. So I'll let you read it and figure out how. But that's cool too. And so I would recommend getting this book. Like I said, it's free as an ebook, so why not just pick it up and try it? And if you like any of the authors in this book, look for other things they have written. This is not the cover anymore. Joanna redid all her covers, and so this is not the cover anymore. I will try and find the picture of the cover now and put it up beside me while I finish up this video. But you can find it, I know you can find it on Amazon. I will direct you to Joanna White's website in the description, so you can go there and look up her and look up what she does and learn more, because she has a whole big series that happens in the Republic galaxy. She has a bunch of other books that happen there, so you can look that up if you find the ideas and the races and the cultures and all that interesting. But yeah, you can find it on Amazon, and I'm not sure where else you can pick it up, but look around. It's Lights in the Dark Sky, a Republic Chronicles anthology, mainly by Joanna White. And so that is, I guess, all I want to say. I put the book up, and I probably am showing the other cover. Doesn't matter. So thank you very much for watching. Remember, if you read a book, please review a book so people know if they want to read it too. And please like this video. Please subscribe. Please comment. Have you read this book? Have you read any of Joanna's Republic books out there? Are you an author in this book? What do you have to say about your story? What fun facts do you have to tell about your story? Yeah, so I think that's all. Bye.
If you want to know more about Anathalion or H.A. Pruitt, please follow me on Instagram at H.A. Pruitt. You can find me on Amazon as an Amazon author, H.A. Pruitt. Please watch my YouTube channel and all my cool videos on my channel, H.A. Pruitt Anathalion. You can find me on the Facebook page, H.A. Pruitt Anathalion. You can follow me on Goodreads by the name H.A. Pruitt and the book Anathalion, or you can go to my website where so much cool stuff about Anathalion is. The website is hapruitt.com.
Do we have everything we need? Probably not. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. Okay, I think we do, actually. Oh, hey. Okay. Take a deep breath. Okay.